Well, I actually didn't know what the tell was until my friend Abby asked if I wanted to go, and I wanted to be cool. So I was like, yeah, it sounds like a band. I'll go to that. So here I am. But like I said, I don't know what it is, so I do have notes. But I saw the theme and it was about Oh Baby. I was trying to come up with a funny sex escapade story, and then realized that would put a terrible picture in everybody's mind, and I don't want to do that to you. So I'm going to talk about a literal baby, which is my shit-stained nephew. He is seriously a tiny terrorist, which is the name of my story here is Tiny Terror. But anyway, so I'm going to share a few stories about him. He's a foul-mouthed little bastard, so I'm so proud of him for that. From the day he was born, I knew he was going to be an asshole because he came out looking like Hellboy. He was super red. They tried to give him some drugs, or my sister drugs, and were pussies, so I imagine when they said she couldn't have them, she was very unhappy. But his heart rate was going up, so they're like, we're not going to drug you anymore. And he came out, like I said, looking like Hellboy, but also didn't sleep ever, like babies do. So my sister was convinced that he was going to be the Antichrist. But he's the sweetest little kid. He's a little, blonde, blue-eyed, adorable kid. So he'll come up and be like, oh, I love you, I missed you, I haven't seen you in forever. And he'll hug you, and then he'll pinch you under the arms. Because he's that asshole. I also knew he was evil because when he lost his first tooth, which just happened a couple weeks ago, he's 5 years old now, he cried because it hurt so bad. This thing could have fell out if he was eating a pancake. But he cried, and then he saw the blood, and he smiled. So, and then he asked me if we could take out the rest of them. I tried to explain to him why we could not do that, and then I also told him why I have trust issues, because that's what you do with a 5-year-old. I told him when I lost my first tooth, my mom was going to count to 3 and then take it out. She counted 1, 2, and then ripped it out, and I never have trusted my mother since. Ever since I told him that, he said, well, Grandma's a liar, and she's going to hell. So... And I didn't correct him because she probably is. But seriously, like I said, he's a little terrorist. He thinks his room is soundproof. His dad has a very specific way of saying, God damn it, which goes a little bit like this. God damn it! So when he goes into his room, he slams the door when he's pissed, and he'll go, God damn it! And you open the door, and you'll say, Carson, your room is not soundproof. And he'd be like, well, God damn it, get out then! We went on a ski trip one time, and I don't remember what we were doing. I don't know. Everybody else was out skiing. My mom and I were making food for everybody. And he was sitting there saying, I hate this, or I hate whatever. And my sister's repercussions for when he says a bad word is she'd flick him in the mouth. If he did a bad action, she'd spank him on the butt, which would probably land her in jail now. But that was a few years ago. So anyway, he said, I hate this, or I hate Grandma, I don't know. And so I flicked him in the mouth. And he said, I didn't say a bad word. I didn't say fuck or nothing. So whenever we are around my nephew, it is usually an oh baby kind of story. Oh God, I had one more story about it. But anyway, I'm not going to tell you his full name because I'm sure he'll be wanted on the news for something someday. And even though he is a tiny terrorist, I love him and I don't want anyone to take him away from me. Thank you.